everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for GoGo Getaway. This is my challenge example from the Cybercrop, and my challenge was to be inspired by a quote because a little bit of summer is what the whole year is about. Is what the whole year is about. Definitely. What a fabulous quote. So basically it's a theme, isn't it? It's summer. So I was going for summer. It's also, I love the fruits on the quote as well. So I thought I would try and get some of those in too. Although the watermelon colours are a little bit stronger in the Simple Stories collection that I'm using than what is on the quote. But that's okay. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, GoGo Getaway, we run a Cybercrop every month, and we have 4 challenges over just on the Saturday. They're normally released Friday evening. You have Saturday and Sunday to complete them by 5 p.m. UK time, and we always send out prizes as well. There's 2 chances to win. One is for entering the challenges, and one is for being GoGo. So if you haven't done any of those, then check those out. We do them every month. So okay, so I'm working on the summer prompt today, and I'm going for this wonderful Summer Lovin collection by Simple Stories. I've already made a fabulous mini book with it, so I'm just wanting to use up the rest of it. It's just awesome. It's good for general summer barbecues and back garden fun. It's also good for holidays too. So I've got, because the colours are just perfect, so I've got seagulls and things like that, but no tropical palm leaves, which is good, because then it works well for back gardens. It doesn't work so well otherwise. There's no tropical palm leaves in my garden, that's for sure. So I am trying to use this lovely bright striped paper, and I really also wanted to use the red gingham. This Simple Stories collection came with or you could also buy gingham papers matching in the same colorways, and I'm absolute sucker for gingham. I love it, so of course I've got them all, but it just wasn't working. I think it's because I got the stripes and the gingham as well, whereas I needed a more solid pattern so it would stand out properly against the stripes. So anyway, I've aimed for 2 torn sections of the striped gingham. Not happy with how it's looking. I've got the big striped paper with all the different colours, which I really wanted to use, so I've got that. And actually what I ended up deciding to do was swap out the red gingham paper for the same print that I'm using there. So I've just pulled that little print from the 6x8 paper pad in the solid red, but I've got that in 12x12 too. So there it is. So I've poured that out, and that just works so much better. The solid red colour really helps. So I've cut my background down to, it's about 11 inches, I think. Distressed the edges and folded them up a bit. I'm going to then add that to the red background, and then the big striped piece is going to go all the way across to the edges of the red rather than just to the edges of the white. It's going to go all the way across the layout, and I have my photos mounted on that same print but in the smaller scale because it's from the 6x8 paper pad. So that's just making everything work so much better. I'm very happy that I got it. I was so upset not to use the gingham because I just love it so much. So I really wanted to use the red gingham, but it was just not to be, unfortunately. It just wouldn't work with the stripes. I think it's because it has too much white, and the stripes are on white too. So if they weren't both on white, then it would be okay. So anyway, so this solid red print worked much better. So I've gone for that, gutted the middle, of course, because I couldn't bear to waste the paper underneath. And I'm folding up my edges, and I'm going to get that stuck in place. Now, of course, when I stick the striped piece across the middle, that needs to it can't go over the folded section, so I need to flatten out those folded sections on the edges there so that I can actually stick my paper in place and for it to lie flat. So yeah, that's what I end up doing. So okay, there we go. It's all kind of coming together now, which is good news. I'm going to stick that in place, and then I can build up the rest of the layout again. Now I've already kind of worked out where everything is going to go. I've spent some time at the beginning with the arrangement of the photos and the little journaling cards I wanted to use. So I have Well, I keep trying all different all different ideas, but this linear line wasn't working. I'm trying it again just to just to double check that it's not going to work. But in the end, I settle on this design here. So this feels much, much better. So I have folded down the top left part of the stripy paper, and then the Summer Adventures sits there perfectly, because the Summer Adventures is a perspective by Bramble Fox, and of course it's on a slant, so it really needs it can't sit on a straight line, so it needed something slanted to go underneath it. So by folding down that paper, I mimic the slant of the Summer Adventures, and then that works really well. The two photos I've got are squares, and they work better over on one side as opposed to in the middle of these other squares that I wanted to use. All these other squares are from a pattern paper, and I have cut them apart, distressed the edges, and then I'm going to get them stuck down. And I've now got them in a big kind of cascading area on one side, so a big stack or a big cluster of different elements there. So that's where I'm going to put all of my embellishments. I'm going to leave my photos fairly clear of embellishments and really concentrate on that one giant cluster on the right hand side. Now I wanted to, obviously I've got the word summer on the layout a couple of times to go with the quotes. I've got Summer Adventures and I've got summer down to the right of the photos too. But I also wanted to incorporate the fruits as well. So I'm just going through and working out if there's anything that I can use that will work for the fruits. So I have a whole page of fruits that could be fuzzy cut, so I will definitely be adding some of those, but before I move on to those, I want to back this lovely perspective with white paper or card, so that I can sit it on top of other layers and they won't show through. So another perspective by Bramble Fox. I've got quite a few on this layout. I've got the big title, Summer Adventures. I've got this starburst tag, which is awesome. So I've just back to that there. And I've also got the pink mirrored sunglasses as well. They're brilliant. I've had those in my stash for a while. I love them. So I've finally got them onto a layout, so that's good. So I'm now just going to carry on and make sure that I get everything in place. I've got quite a lot of embellishments to keep adding and lots of things to stick down. Just going to stick my perspective down with glossy accents. I find that's the best thing for perspectives for sure. I'm taking my time over this layout. It didn't come together as well as I'd hoped, but now that I have the basic shape in place and I'm happy with how everything's looking, I can just start building up on the big cluster on the right hand side. So I'm going to put all sorts of fun things. So I've got chipboard, I've got like a fizzy soda bottle, I've got an ice cream. I'm also going to add some ephemera. Oh, I've got a hot dog. That's a puffy sticker. I'm going to add other bits of ephemera as well. So I've got, what else do I add there? At the moment, I've got a t-shirt at the top there, but I'm going to take that off and add the umbrella because that works much better. Tucking some flowers in. I've got a jar that I've just added there. So all these things kind of work well for summer. I'm cutting the beach ball and the not the seagull, the beach ball off of the umbrella. So the umbrella is going to go in with the seagull, but the beach ball is not. That's going to go separately. You can see that at the bottom of the photos there. Now it does get moved in just a moment as well. Love the little seagull on the umbrella there. So just making sure all of those things are stuck down. I've distressed the edges of most things as well as I go. Right, okay, so moving slightly further on now, I've got most things stuck in place. I've added I've got fussy cut some fruits out from that paper. I've also added 3 little cross stitches at the top left. So where the folded down part is, I wanted to hold that down. So I've just added some cross stitches. I've also used the same thread that's like a dark navy, and I've used the same thread to do the cross stitches as to tie through in a bow through the tag on the right. Move the sunglasses down onto the big cluster and just keeping adding to this cluster as well, just making sure everything's stuck down. Lots of little fruits tucked in here and there. I've got the beach ball, the little bucket, the watermelon, the oranges and lemons. I've also got a beef burger, and watermelon slices and other fruits as well. So lots and lots of things ended up on this layout. It's ended up being with this huge cluster on the right hand side, but it definitely fits the whole summary quote brief. So yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out in the end. It did take me quite a while to get there, but I'm just writing in my journaling underneath the photo. I was worried that I would lose the shape of the layout, which I have done slightly by adding that there, but decided to make a bit more of a feature of it by underlining it with a black fine liner pen as well. So that's all looking good, and now I'm just going to finish off with a few splatters of white paint, just white acrylic paint in my little paint shaker thing. I need to order a new one of those. Yeah, just splattering that on all over the top of the big cluster. And that is the layout complete. Finally, I think you'll be pleased that it's finished. So here's a few close-ups. I hope you have enjoyed this layout. I hope you enjoyed the Cybercrop, and don't forget we'll have another one on very soon. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. That was Niki Rowland for GoGo Getaway for our Cybercrop.